So for that reason, I would not recommend that account to go to Amazon. I will say stay on e-commerce, sell on your platform, trying to find the way to send organic traffic to your account, to your website. Could be a podcast, could be shorts, could be I don't know, SEO. Could be so many things that you can create. So focus on your e-commerce, focus on organic and pay ad, and keep growing your account that way. Amazon is not your friend if you don't have profit.
What's the topic, what we are talking about today? It's about Amazon. It's something that our audience, we that we're actually doing e-commerce outside of Amazon are not so much used to, most of us, yeah. So we're talking about Amazon and how Amazon can become a powerful sales channel, and for you already is, and for your clients, and for your
Yeah.
students. And I'm curious what it actually takes to build a brand that
Hmm.
thrives on Amazon.
Oof.
So I'm starting from curiosity on my side, and I'm sure that also the audience is interested about how Amazon can actually help them, those that are not so much involved into the platform.
Hmm. So a little introduce myself. I started around 2016, 2017 when I was in Amazon working, and for most of us, I don't know you, but for most of us of the entrepreneur, we start one journey because we have so much pain in one on our current situation that we have to move to a new thing. So I was working on Amazon as a finance analyzer, and they changed my team lead, and my team lead was like, and that time that person was inexperienced and have like personal issue with me, so I was having a little problem dealing with that person, dealing with my manager. So I say, I cannot be here for long, so let me start something in the side. So I reach out to my best friend that he's now in Spain at that time. No, he's now in Brazil, but at that time he was in Switzerland, and he told me, and I told him, look, I have this problem, and I know that you are selling on Amazon, you are doing well. How can I start creating my side hustle to start like a second income? And he told me, look, I just started a course called the Amazing Selling Machine at that time. I don't know if it's still alive. And then I took the course and I was doing two things at the same time. I was working on Amazon, and then when I finished, go to my house, meet my family, and when my baby went to sleep, then I start to do my extra income, let's say, and then I start to do. I was doing like like most of the kid does. They see one thing and they do what you say what we need to do. So I was watching the videos on the course, and I was doing it myself. Watching, doing. After I don't know 6 months of doing the course, I have my first product on Amazon. I think I still have it somewhere in the house, and the some samples of that product, because that was my first initial product and also my first success story in Amazon. So that's how I start. How we can create a successful brand, it's another story. It's like a long. It could be, let's say, with up and down, and we can go in details if you want with that.
Good, interesting. I said to you before that I'm, curious how things started and how were your beginnings. And to be honest, I didn't know that you understand Amazon from inside out. I don't know if
Exactly.
it's part of the NDA and so on, but can you maybe share us the environment? One thing is seeing this giant as a consumer, but another thing is always when you're actually inside of this giant in the machine.
Well, it's two different things. When you work on Amazon internally, you do one small part, very small part of the whole journey of your business. Let's say one person do returns, or one person do advertising, or one person do, I don't know, um, is the brand manager or the account manager for your account, or another person is doing only the chargeback. So when people work internally on Amazon, like Amazon is so big and so dynamic and so fast. So people who work on Amazon, from what I know, is doing one little part of the whole business. When we are in the other side, we have a lot of head. We do marketing, we do branding, we do sourcing, we do negotiation, we do everything. Like we have like in my case, I have to learn every single piece of the pie or every single step to become at least like kind of good, because a lot of things you start to do it, you don't know what you're doing. You just have are doing things because you think you are doing it or you need to do it, but you don't know which are the best tasks that you have to solve in order to have resolved. That's when you will start. When you know that, when you know what is bringing you the most or more money, as an entrepreneur, and then you spend all your time or 80% of your time on that, then is when you start to be good and the revenue start to come, and then you start to see the result itself, right?
Interesting, interesting. Yeah. Uh, I'm not sure if I shared with you, yeah, but our main, our most conversations actually are with marketing executives, yeah, that, they always challenges very turbulent waters, digital waters. Things are constantly changing and this is just faster and faster.
Yeah.
And our main objective actually to help them, to help all of you listeners to build sustainable brands without burning out. That's also a big challenge. All of us are, because of the work, constantly plugged
Hmm.
on this, system, internet, yeah. And it's a challenge, yeah, it's a challenge because algorithms are constantly changing, be it Google, be it Meta, be it all the platforms that are coming and going, yeah. But if you go back to Amazon, what Amazon offers that other platforms don't? What's your take on that?
First, the amount of customers that are on Amazon. People are going to Amazon to buy. They don't go for entertainment. They don't go to look for information. They don't go to engage with other people. They go to buy. That's the first thing is like the amount of people that already are on Amazon already have the credit card or the debit card registered on the account, ready to just one click and buy. So that's the first thing that Amazon has. Number two, the supply chain. Like the supply chain compared to all the platform is like where Amazon have an edge against the competitors. Like they don't compete with many people. When you have your own website, let's say myself, I have my own website. It's a very ugly website, right? I did it myself. It's just to put something there, some content sometime. But I don't sell a physical product. But if I want to sell a physical product on that website, I have to put a lot of things inside, put a like a technical code, whatever. I have to make a contract with a career to deliver the product. Then if you have returns, how I do it. If you have, let's say, I don't know, 100 product in my house or in my fulfillment center, how I send it to them, how I package, how I label, all those that, everything like that. Amazon make our life easy on that part, and this is like another part where Amazon have another step ahead. And then later on, how easy it is to make people to sell on Amazon. Amazon has like one very easy like way to make business. So they make like, let's say like a wheel like Amazon call it like the, like I don't know, success wheel or whatever. Like what they do is like they give a lot of good price to the customer, very cheap price to the customer. That's when people go and see, I buy. That's one thing. Then because they have a lot of cheap price, then the a lot of customers are coming to Amazon. A lot of customers are coming to Amazon because there are a lot of customers there already on Amazon. Then people like you, like me, can say, "Hey, I want to be a seller on Amazon." Now, seller come when the seller come, they have a selection like catalog, a lot of product, and that possibility is immense, it's infinity for the customer, and now more customer coming. So the wheel start to be start with a good price on the for the customer, then come for more customer, then come more seller, then more price, like lower price because competition bring lower price. So that's when the wheel, and then that's what, like Amazon differentiate from another platform. When you are in Shopify, for example, if I have my Shopify and you have your Shopify, we we are now in you whatever you do. If you do it well, you can be ahead of me, right? Because you are doing better Shopify than me. But in us in Amazon, like if we doing two or three things good, we still come success, even if we are mediocre in a lot of things because we don't have to focus on the website, we don't have to focus on the supply chain, we don't have to focus on the customer, we don't have to focus on returns. That's things like other e-commerce have to deal with, and Amazon you don't.
So it's actually ready to sell. It's done for
Exactly.
you. Yeah, yeah.
In a
So I
part.
guess that the devil is in the details. Yeah, I guess, yeah, as
Yeah,
usual.
you still have to build a good product. That's when you ask me how you build a good brand, come with like that's our part. That's how good are you able to understand your customer? How good are you gonna able to solve the problems for the customer? That's when your brand different from other, and how good are you creating the experience for the customer? Like when the customer open the box and then take out the products, I say, "Wow, I want that. I like that." Then the customer, what did the customer go? They go to social media and they say, "Hey, look this phone that I buy, or look this I don't know this cup that I have. Looking at what how nice it is," and then they start to be your own promoter for free. When you have a good brand and when you people love the brand, they go, they share it with their friend, with their family. Um, my wife, for example, she has a lot of friends. She doesn't have people on content or social media, but she have a lot of friends where she go for coffee or whatever, and they call her, "Hey, what did you buy for the kid?" And she told, "Well, I bought this, and that." That's like mouse to mouse marketing that still exists that people are still gonna use. When we create a good brand, like a memorable brand that solve problem for the customer, then is when we create a real brand that is impact the customer and real people. You know?
Yeah, interesting. These are all the evergreen facts, even I guess even before the internet, just
Yeah,
classical merchants, somewhere, locally. If you use just these basic principles, it's difficult to go wrong, no? I
yeah,
guess with
yeah.
Amazon as well.
You can be anybody with a good customer. Then what you have to do is like marketing. Try to people see your product. Try to people hear about your product. Share your story. Share your brand. Pay ad. Pay ad. If you don't pay ad in this world right now, nobody sees you. If you are not getting better on the internet, people are not seeing you. You are not gonna get customer. You are not gonna get any sales. Then you are not building an email list. Like you need to put the money in, and then of course, if you are putting one euro and you get 10 cents, then you are not gonna make money. But if you put 1 euro and then you get three back, then you have to double on that because you are making money. It's like if you go to the slot machine in Las Vegas, you put $1 and the machine is broken and give you $3 back. When do you stop putting $1 in? You never stop. You keep putting the money because you are getting back a three. This is like no brainer. No, like even the 6 year old kid can understand that, but we focus sometimes in no, it's my thing, it's my baby, it's my dad, blah. I need to put more. I need no. Sometimes we have to go back one step, bring somebody who sees house go with the object eyes, with experience, and say, hey, you are doing this wrong. You need to do this. You need to fix that in order to success. And but people are no, I'm ego. No, I can do it. I can do it by myself. I can do it alone. I'm a Superman. I can do everything. Sometimes you cannot, or sometimes we shouldn't do everything. That's my message, because sometimes we just have to do one good thing and that's it. And outsource the rest.
Complexity is the challenge. I always say, one mind is one mind. Yeah. Or actually, when we in the studio, we work internally. Yeah, it's, many people, more people together, more minds. Yeah. It's exponential. Yeah. So one mind has limits. Yeah. Two minds work together exponentially, work as four. Yeah. So it grows in a different way. Yeah. But most of our listeners, yeah, are actually e-commerce owners that, of course, each has its own challenges. It's not fair to actually put all in the same bucket, yeah. Different story, different challenges, different success, yeah. And if we actually choose two case studies or two examples, yeah, let's say quite real examples, yeah. And I'm curious, what's your opinion? What would you be your advice for two different e-commerce owners, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we have a successful brand doing
Mm-hmm.
good, profitable, online business, selling a
Okay.
product, yeah, branded product, yeah. Uh, his own produce, and there seems still some space for increasing the production, yeah.
Okay.
But with Google, we actually, we don't know what more to do with Google. It's like a lot of pull marketing. So it means that if there are no more search volume, you're more or less,
Mm-hmm.
done. You're just optimizing the costs. Yeah. Facebook is super expensive. Yeah. And then you're
Mm-hmm.
searching how to expand. Yeah. How to go bigger, how to increase my profit. Yeah. And you see, okay, there is an Amazon, but that's a big monster. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your advice for somebody like that? How to start?
Okay. So if you are doing well, if you are, let's say, in the top of the market, you are, and you have good enough, like good profit margin, then I focus on two things. Or you expand to another marketplace, right? Or many of them, or you expand in another channel. Both of them could be beneficial for you. When I talk about marketplace, if you are selling in Slovenia, then expand to Germany, then expand to UK, expand to Spain, France, Italy, or those emerged channel that is coming now that they're gonna be the next boom. Ireland, Sweden, uh, um, there are five. I'm missing two of them, but those are the smaller, but probably gonna give you the biggest win for the oncoming year. That's one side. How you do it? If you don't have the structure like the supply chains, then you can leverage something like Amazon, for example. They have everything ready, everything prepared for you to leverage there. Of course, they're gonna cut a little of your revenue, of your profit. That's what I'm saying. If you have good profit, then you can go there. I'm never recommend somebody who to go to Amazon if you don't have at least 35% profit margin. If you have 50, better. If you are your own producer, you can have 50, you can have 60. Good, that's good. That you have enough money margin to pay Amazon, let's say, to get a little cut from your product, but you still gain a lot, and then you're gonna have volume. And when I say volume, I'm saying a lot of sales, okay? Because Amazon is a like as you say, it's a giant machine. Like it's the ugly man uh, in the market, but he has the customer. Okay, he has more than 300 millions um, already paying Prime members, already paying for free shipping. So they have that. Or you can say, okay, I want to go to another channel, Amazon, TikTok. If you are using, um, let's say, your own website, try to find a marketplace where you sell like eBay or in Estados in United States, for example, you can use also there are many, right? But I'm just mention some of them. So that's the two thing. And then if you get to the gap that you can now grow so much, try to see who can I leverage the knowledge, who is the expert on the sound in the industry, who is the company or the agency that who can survive, help me out to get to the next level. Because sometimes we are just missing a how, because we have the what, we are just missing the how, and then that person have already have done it so many times that they just give you the playbook. Say, look, here, you just have to do A, B, C, D, and you will get there. You know, sometimes they
Fair
already
enough.
have
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
SOP.
Yeah. 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 Very straightforward. Yeah. Or you can try on your own, and of course, some things you learn. Sometimes you have to do mistakes. Yeah. Sometimes are expensive. Sometimes less.
Of course.
But it's easier if you have a guidance. Yeah. If you have a guidance to make your life and your business easier. So part of your work is as well consulting. Yeah, I guess,
Yeah.
and actually managing campaigns and helping with sales.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah. Well, what I do is like, okay, I sit with sometimes is the owner of the company, sometimes is the account manager, and say, hey, what is your challenge that you are facing? Tell me. Okay. Although we have, I don't know, 20 products that are selling well, but we want to enter to Amazon, but we don't know how. Okay, good. Look, set up the account. Let's create a listing. Let's run buying credit. That is a program to get review. Let's run PPC. That's pay ad on the product. As I say, let's launch the product on different marketplaces. When you reach one level, then we say, and you are making profit on that account, then I say, let's expand to another marketplaces. If you are in Europe, you are selling in United States, in Canada, wow, my mind go to the another part. Okay, if you're in United States, you can sell in Canada and Mexico with one marketplace, one account in United States. The same for Europe. If you have one account in Germany, for example, then you can say, okay, now I can expand to France, Italy, Spain, UK with the same account because Amazon you are paying for one account for one um, continent, so you can expand it. And then we say, okay, when you are reaching all the catalog that you have, let's expand in catalog. Let's increase the portfolio of your brand. Or if you have a team and you have a brand, what is the next brand that we can create? Could be from zero, from scratch, and then we say, okay, which is the customer that we want to solve their problem? Is a mom with four kids, or is a mom who is going to have the first kid that is pregnant now, or is a man who wants to get fit because he's a little fatty, or is a young audience that is I don't know from 40 to 21. So which is the your audience, who is the we're gonna solve the problem, and then we say, okay, now we go to the board and we say, okay, we're gonna solve this problem, this problem, this problem, and we're gonna solve it like that, like this, like that, and then let's create the brand. Like the brand is when what people see, what people feel, what people hear, what people smell on the product that I buy. When they see that spreading, when they start to talk about you without asking, then we have a brand.
Yeah, interesting, interesting. Before I said, two examples, yeah, two case studies. I saw you were, you always put challenges.
Yeah,
So
then it's not common.
if we have a second one, yeah, it's also quite a real case study, real example, yeah, of
Hmm.
somebody having a shop, online in Europe, uh, and it's a reseller. So it's actually selling other brands, yeah. Let's
Hmm.
say shoes, yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes there is 35% margin, sometimes 20, sometimes 50, sometimes a loss, yeah. But
Hmm.
year after year after year, new competition is coming, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, copying, yeah. And new resellers of the same product. And slowly, slowly, the profit margin is going down, yeah. So you are searching for how to expand, yeah. But I don't have my own branded product, yeah.
Hmm.
And okay, I think, Amazon is close. I'm a consumer there, yeah. Should I go or should I wait, yeah? What
Hmm.
would be
Yeah.
your recommendation for somebody like that?
This one is more challenging. Why? Because of the one thing that we mentioned in the beginning, profit margin. And then in Amazon gonna cut one part of the profit margin. So if your as I say, if your profit margin is below 20%, I will not recommend you to list those products on Amazon because Amazon will get a cut from that. So it's not a good idea to go on Amazon. Probably the best idea is to stay on the e-commerce. That is where you're making more money, and then Amazon is not your friend in here because Amazon doesn't like wholesaler. Okay, Amazon want the main seller or the main brand where they can source the product. If they want to create a vendor account, if you want to create a seller account and you want to still sell your reseller products, I only will pick those products who has more than 35%. I could go even lower to 30%. Try it out, see how much you're gonna pay on that, check your the check the niche where you are selling. Check the competition. If you see that all the competitors that you are going to compete with has, I don't know, more than 1,000 review, all of them, then it's mean that everybody have money there to spend on ad. Then the ad's going to be higher. Probably your cost is going to be higher. Then you're going to have low profit margin. So for that reason, I will not recommend that account to go to Amazon. I will say stay on e-commerce, sell on your platform, trying to find the way to send organic traffic to your account, to your website, could be a podcast, could be shorts, could be, I don't know, SEO, could be so many things that you can create. So focus on your e-commerce, focus on organic and pay ad, and keep growing your account that way. Amazon is not your friend if you don't have profit.
It makes complete sense. Yeah, it makes complete sense. And you actually already mentioned something, yeah, that it's like moving me to the next question. And actually, what are the common myths and mistakes? Yeah, and that actually people do, and what are some myths that you see that are true or not? Yeah, for sure, commission is one of them. Yeah, then my perception was always, that commission is very high, and of course, if you don't have a profit margin, you have a problem.
Mhm.
But maybe what's your perception, from somebody that actually knows the Amazon from inside and from outside, yeah, from many different angles. How do you see this?
So the first thing is like people think because they see it on YouTube, they see it on internet that, hey, I launched my product on Amazon, my first product, and my first product is making 1,000K, uh, 100K, my first month, my first product. It's not like that. That's is not gonna happen. Could that person could be lucky, but that is not the usual journey. The usual journey is like one product, you start to sell 1, 2 units a day. Then the next month you start to sell, I don't know, five, 2 to 5 unit a day. Next month you start to sell 5 to 10, and then it's slowly growing. Of course, if you have more product, let's say you have 20 products, and then each one is selling 1 unit a day, you are selling 20 units a day for each product. And then do the math when you are, I don't know, next year. So slowly you keep going incremental growth. But if you are doubling on sales in 1 year, you can imagine how much you are making. So that's the first thing that people doing. When it's coming for a mistake or how you call say, yeah, like true mistake that we make. One thing is like they don't optimize the listing enough, meaning that the product they are selling is good. They have a high good product that anybody can buy and can pay from them, but the listing, the product page don't look like that. It look like I don't know. My daughter from that is 10 years old could do better. So if the perception of the product is not at the same level of the amount of money that you are asking for, it's very rare that the customer is going to say, yes, I want that product. Yes, I'm going to pay for that product because they don't see it. They don't, I mean, they cannot touch it. They cannot smell it. They cannot feel it. So you have to make them feel with emotion and show them how the product is going to solve their problems. So that's the two things. From one side, it's like people think that they're going to win with the first product. I launch my product. I'm going to have a home run at the first try. Is very rare. I'm not saying it's not happening or it's not going to happen because it's internet. Anything can happen. You can go viral today and put the link on your product, and then you got viral. But I have 700 video on my YouTube channel, and neither of them get viral. So I don't know. I'm gonna maybe I'm terrible doing video, but I'm making business from that, and I have I don't know 60,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel doing and neither of my video gets a home run. So what I'm saying is like the steady, the constant, putting your work out there, launching your product will give you the journey, will give you the success that you are looking for. That's the best approach than looking for a home run at the first try.
So the conclusion here would be not don't chase numbers, yeah. Be relevant,
Yeah,
and sometimes even smaller is completely fine. It's not for everyone, yeah.
yeah,
The
and then
same with
you
products or with videos, yeah.
exactly. It's the same logic. I mean, know your why, know why you are doing the business, and then who are you solving the problem with to. If it's your ideal customer, say I'm gonna solve that customer the best that I can. It's not gonna be perfect today. It's not gonna be perfect tomorrow, but I'm gonna be learning and improving my journey every 1% every week, every month, and then going from there. And then you will see how much progress or increase are you getting from when you start, when you are like I don't know, like me, like I don't know, 10 years almost, I don't know, 8 years on this. So little by little, every time, and then invest on learning, invest on books, invest on courses, invest on mastermind, invest on coaches. There are there are so many entrepreneurs that think that they have to do it by learning, making mistake, and do better, rather than let me invest on somebody who come and will teach me. Expert do it that way. They pay for coaches. Uh, Export football, tennis, soccer, or um, basketball, all of the elite sport, they pay for a coach, they pay for a trainer, they pay for a chef because they want to be at the best, at the elite. So if you want to be the best, try to find somebody who help you out because you will get there sooner.
And that's one of the things that you do also, no? I guess quite a lot, and guiding clients, brands, and managing projects that are actually on the level that needs hands-on support. So if
Yeah.
somebody it's ready, let's start,
Hmm.
let's test it. Yeah, doesn't matter which continent we are looking. So
Hmm.
how can we find you? How can we contact you? What's your preferred channel, or how where do you live online? Yeah.
Well, they can find me. I make it easy for people to find me. If you know my name, Awildo Vasquez, and you type it on Google, probably I'm going to be the only one to show up in there. If you go on YouTube, you're going to find me from the same name. And then if you go in Amazon and then try you put Awildo Vasquez, my book will show up in there as well. So whatever channel that you try to look, over also in Spotify, if you look at Wildo Vasquez, you will see my podcast. So I make easy for people to find me, and then my email is info@wildovasquez.com. So it's easy for everybody to find me and then to
Straightforward.
reach out. But yeah, it's very easy.
So I will also put your contact details, yeah, whatever you prefer, whatever you mentioned in the show notes. So whoever is interested can actually reach out to you.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
sure
connect.
that we all heard some exciting news and uh, insights that actually when you hear from somebody actually understanding Amazon from the inside out, yeah, it's different. So thank you, Awildo. Really nice conversation, and looking forward, maybe in the future we can explore other avenues and go even deeper.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the invitation. I'm probably gonna tell you that you are welcome to my channel as well. Probably one day we can do a live session where people can send some question and then we can answer in the meantime with a real example, and then we can go from there. Thank you, guys. See you in the next one.